Coming up on Mountain News this morning, 10 warrants are issued for the missing Wise County, Virginia high school football coach. We'll tell you why. And a man is charged with terroristic threats and criminal extortion after threatening a U of L football coach.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Welcome to Mountain News This Morning. I'm McKinley Calandrino here with you on this Wednesday, November 26th. The time is now 6:01. Megan, what can you tell us about the weather?
Well, I can tell you it's the warmest temperatures of the day right now, so take advantage of those temperatures. Feel what it feels like outside as you're getting ready, and know it's just going to get colder. Here's a look at what you can expect this morning. Mid to upper 50s across most of eastern Kentucky. We're looking at 55 in Hazard, Jackson, Boonville, 54 right now in Moorhead and Stanton, and as you're looking towards Harlan, 58 degrees. I'm going ahead and zoom out for you just so you can see that colder air that is on the way. That's what's going to be dropping our temperatures over the course of your Wednesday. Now, in terms of rain chances, we are hanging on to just a little bit of rain this morning, but it will be clearing out by the time we're heading into the noon hour. So keep that in mind. It's going to be nice and clear this afternoon, which will continue through your holiday week. Now, in terms of those temperatures, though, just as I mentioned, it will be getting cooler through the next several hours. Sunrise will be at 7:25 this morning, sunset at 5:16 this evening. McKinley.
Thank you, Megan. The search continues for a Wise County, Virginia high school football coach, now wanted on child sexual abuse material possession and other related charges. Virginia police say Travis Turner has been missing since last week. Before his disappearance, his football team was undefeated and headed towards a potential state championship. Maybral Gonzalez has the latest.
After a days-long search, Virginia State Police announced Union High School head football coach Travis Turner is wanted for 5 counts of possession of child pornography and 5 counts of using a computer to solicit a minor. Authorities have not released details about the allegations, but they say they learned the 46-year-old suspect was missing when they were headed to his home in Appalachia on Thursday, a western town of fewer than 2,000 people.
The investigation is ongoing and additional charges are pending.
Turner, who's also listed as a physical education teacher at Union High School, was last seen wearing a gray sweatshirt and sweatpants, but police have not shared details about when or where he was last spotted. Authorities have used search and rescue teams, drones, and police dogs to locate him. He is now considered a fugitive.
If the charges they just put on him are true, then he needs to be brought to justice.
Wise County neighbor Paula Barker says she's known Turner since high school, but is no longer acquainted with him on a personal level.
If he did do it, he needs to turn himself in for the sake of the victims and for his family.
The school district superintendent said Turner remains on leave and is not permitted on school property or to have any contact with students. In a statement, Turner's wife, via her attorney, said they are praying for his safe return, and any allegation should be addressed through the proper legal process, not through speculation or rumor. I'm Maribel Gonzalez reporting.
USA Today first reported that Turner played college football at Eastern Kentucky University in the early 2000s. Kentucky State Police told the Lexington Herald Leader that they are assisting with the search. Supposed threats made to U of FL football coach Jeff Brohm and his family seem to be related to gambling. Texas businessman Brian Mandel is charged with terroristic threats and criminal extortion. Police say he made threats to Brohm, his family, and quarterback Miller Moss after the Cards lost to Cal earlier this month. Here's part of the message he sent to Coach Brohm. Quote, "I am going to find and kill you and your entire blank family, you piece of blank." Here's what police say he messaged Moss. Quote, "I am going to spend the rest of my life making yours miserable. You cost me $80,000 last night. You can either pay me or suffer the consequences. They will all suffer." End quote. Mandel pleaded not guilty to the charges. He is set to return to court in February. Mandel is not allowed to drink or gamble or contact any of the people he's charged with threatening. We have details from airport firefighters who were some of the first at the scene of the UPS Flight 2976 crash in Louisville. This is a video from airport security cameras. Firefighters at Muhammad International Airport are specially trained for and equipped to respond to aviation disasters, but in this case, even getting to the fire was a challenge. Crews say as they tried to rush to the scene, they were first blocked by down power lines. Once crews cleared those, the next problem to overcome was the oil pouring out of the recycling facility hitting the crash.
I've heard some of our responders say that they thought that this was the day they may not make it home because of all the explosions. And you've seen the tanks that were down there. There's so many tanks where the oil recycling center was that every time an explosion went off, they're thinking, okay, is the next one going to be it? That's some of the words I've heard out of our responders.
Airport first responders say they stayed to support partner crews once the flames were extinguished. The damage field from the crash was a half a mile wide. 3 crew members were killed, as were 11 others who were on the ground at the airport. A National Transportation Safety Board report says the plane's left engine detached during takeoff. The reports say the component that keeps the engine attached to the wing showed signs of fatigue cracks. A legal battle in eastern Kentucky over millions of dollars meant for community projects. The Lexington Herald Leader reports that the Bluegrass Community Foundation has filed a federal lawsuit. It's suing Donna Sawyer for creating a new charitable fund with the same name as the Magoffin County Community Foundation. That fund has been around for more than 23 years, and its founder died last year, leaving millions in his estate intended for the original fund. The lawsuit claims that Sawyer is trying to redirect estate assets and donations to the new foundation. Attorney General Russell Coleman says a new settlement with East Kentucky Power Cooperative will keep electric bills from jumping for hundreds of thousands of Kentucky families. The agreement, which still needs PSC approval, would limit rate increases to under $5 a month. EKPC also can't seek another rate hike for 3 years. Coleman says the settlement is a way to keep energy affordable while supporting future growth. The settlement with East Kentucky Power has nothing to do with the rate increase proposal by Kentucky Power, which is an American Electrical Power or AEP company. Governor Andy Beshear is joining 19 other states and D.C. in a lawsuit challenging new federal housing policy changes proposed by the Trump administration. The governor says the changes would cut more than $15 million in HUD funding, putting out about 700 households to go to homelessness and more than 1,200 Kentuckians at risk of losing their housing. The suit argues the policy would cap funding for permanent supportive housing and force states to reapply for money already approved by Congress. CBS News has learned that the FBI wants to speak with each of the 6 congressional Democrats who made a conversational video that military members should not follow illegal orders. The video sparked immediate backlash, with President Trump calling it seditious behavior. The lawmakers now accuse the president of using the FBI as a scare tactic to silence them.
The president's reaction and the use of the FBI against us is exactly why we made the video. He believes in using the federal government against his perceived adversaries.
At least 2 congressional Republicans have come to the Democratic lawmakers' defense. Research shows more U.S. consumers are relying on a riskier loan to buy a home. Economists say there has been an increase in Americans taking out adjustable rate mortgages or ARM loans. Unlike fixed rate mortgages, ARM loans can provide people with short-term breathing space from increased borrowing costs. The trade-off is after a set period of time. An ARM rate will reset the current market. That means if home rates rise, a homeowner's monthly payment could potentially surge upward. The share of buyers taking ARMs has more than tripled during the past 5 years. On Monday, President Trump signed a new executive order to create what is called the Genesis Mission. The project will let national labs under the Department of Energy use AI with working with tech companies and academics. Supporters say the move could improve research in physics, chemistry, nuclear fission, and space exploration. However, there are also concerns about the energy that demands that AI technology requires, as well as safety concerns of weaker regulations. And drinking coffee daily could slow down the biological aging of people with severe mental illness. A study in Norway found drinking as many as 3 or 4 cups of coffee daily had a beneficial effect for people with psychosis, schizophrenia, or bipolar disorder. While the cause of the anti-aging effect isn't clear, the study's authors say it could be the antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds found in coffee.
And we're looking at rain chances this morning. For the most part, though, it is a relatively calm start to your day, especially as compared to your Tuesday. You'll notice that rain right now in portions of Whitley County, McCreary County, and even continuing into Perry, Knott, Magoffin, Floyd, Johnson, and Lawrence. Now, it will be clearing as we're heading into about noon, but again, keep in mind that rain is not out of the forecast just quite yet. Another thing that you have to note are the temperatures this morning are the warmest of the day. Already starting to see a slight dip in those temperatures, but as we head throughout the afternoon and evening hours, expect the secondary high to still be colder than what we're seeing right now. So it's going to be cold, and you can see that on that Wednesday forecast, the hour by hour temperatures as they continue to get cooler and cooler. McKinley.
All right, thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Coming up, President Trump weighed in on the latest with Russia and Ukraine from Air Force One.